fellow Ghanaians, this is the democratic government in exile headed by Osagyefo Kwame Appiah-Boateng, popularly known by Ghanaians around the world as Kwame Mayor or JPK. Every Ghanaian has the right to receive the minimum of $50 in order to stay home to contain the coronavirus. I'm trying my best to get help from United States, the leader of the free world, World Bank, and International Monetary Fund, to make sure every Ghanaian is given at least the minimum of $50 as the country is shut down in order to save lives because of the spread of the coronavirus. Now, I send policy recommendation to the office of the President of Ghana, Vice President Dr. Bawumia, copy to Ghana's Parliament and BNI on all March 23rd, 2020, to shut down Ghana because of the spread of the coronavirus in order to save lives. And I hereby appeal to international organizations to help every Ghanaian with medical supplies and to establish food banks in all neighborhoods in Ghana for every Ghanaian to stay at home for at least 2 weeks. But I assure you, I'm trying my best to appeal to White House, the leader of the free world, World Bank, International Monetary Fund, and donor nations to help every Ghanaian to receive at least $50, which is too small amount of money anyway. But what can we do? Stay at home for 2 weeks. Because of the deadly coronavirus. Now, every household in Ghana should have public toilet, and it should be compulsory. Every household in Ghana should have quality water, public toilet in every neighborhood. But every tenant deserves the right to have the flushing toilet. It should be compulsory in Ghana. Every business should have flushing toilet. Otherwise, the business should be closed down. And every house is compulsory. Every house in Ghana or every apartment should have flushing toilet. And there should be food banks in every neighborhood, and medical supplies in every neighborhood. The responsibility of the government of Ghana to deliver food or to set up food banks in every neighborhood in Ghana. The country has to be shut down in order to save lives. Now you have a president who asks, if Accra is shut down, what will happen? Of course, it will save lives. And not only Accra, everywhere in Ghana, every part in Ghana should be shut down. And that was the order 2020. The government, the Democratic government in exile, headed by Osagyefo Kwame Appiah-Boateng, popularly known by Ghanaians around the world as Kwame Mayo, issued and advised the government of Ghana. See, I've been advising the government of Ghana, and most of my policy recommendations have successfully been implemented since the days of ungrateful former President John Ajay Kufuor and ungrateful President Nana Akufo-Addo. Yet they have never even given me thank you. They have never even said thank you. Never given me even a peso. Never given me even a cent. Yet my ideas rule Ghana. My ideas, my intellectual nuclear brain power has been used to rule Ghana for many years. Ghana governments, since the days of former President George Kufuor to the present government of Nana Akufo-Addo, have always depended on my strategic ideas. I sent to them. I gave them the ideas. My published strategic ideas, most of them were my published strategic ideas. And ladies and gentlemen, several of my published strategic ideas have successfully been implemented by White House, the leader of the free world, United Nations, and my native country of Ghana. I appeal to all of you to stop discriminating or to stop terrorizing innocent Americans and other innocent foreigners. It was not United States that manufactured the deadly coronavirus. So I urge everybody to stop. All countries in the world should stop terrorizing innocent Americans, because it was not United States that manufactured the coronavirus. And there's no need to terrorize or to harass innocent foreigners. I appeal to all of you to stop that. When there was Ebola, United States didn't shut its doors on innocent Africans. So those of you who are harassing and discriminating against innocent foreigners, especially innocent Americans, should stop. The President of Ghana traveled to an European country at a time when he should have known that there was the coronavirus spreading. And he and his entourage still left Ghana, and they came back. So don't blame innocent foreigners for bringing the coronavirus. We should be honest. Those who traveled outside Ghana when the coronavirus was spreading, the government officials, they all should be tested. There's no need to harass or to terrorize innocent foreigners, especially innocent Americans. All those who are individuals who eat snakes, cats, bats, appeal to all of you to stop, because of the evidence provided. That China, where the coronavirus came, unfortunately, most or some people eat satanic snakes, evil cats, innocent dogs, and defenseless bats. So nobody should be discriminated. But when they say the truth and nothing but the truth, that these snakes, bats, frogs, and those who eat monkeys and chimpanzees, they are cannibals. How can you eat chimpanzee and monkeys? So anyway, we should check the type of food we eat. And this applies to all individuals. It doesn't mean a group of people. These are individuals. This message goes to all individuals who eat this type. Who eat snakes, bugs, dogs, should stop. Yes. This message is to individuals, not to any race. The fight against coronavirus is a global fight against the coronavirus terrorism. And I appeal to all international organizations to help my native country of Ghana and all African countries to give them money Actually, every Ghanaian or every African deserves at least $1,000. But if it's hard to get the money, at least $50. Plus, every neighborhood should establish food banks. Yes. So stay at home. Except when you are going to the public, toilet, then you should be allowed. But apart from that, stay home. And the government has a responsibility to establish food banks. Neighbor to neighbor food banks. So everybody will have food to eat while they are being quarantined in order to save lives. Yeah, this is the democratic government in exile, headed by Osagyefo Kwame Appiah-Boateng, the self-proclaimed reincarnation of Ghana's first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. My intellectual nuclear brain power has helped the world, especially Ghana, White House, the leader of the free world, and United Nations. They all depend on my intellectual nuclear brain power. And most of my strategic ideas have successfully been implemented by ungrateful former President George Akufoado's government. Most of the important strategic ideas implemented by former President George Akufoado were my published strategic ideas. I gave them to him. Most of them, and some of them, as soon as my published strategic ideas were published, his government implemented. And they said to me that applies to the ungrateful Ghana's current president, Nana Akufo-Addo. I electronically send copies of my published strategic ideas to Nana Akufo-Addo and ungrateful Vice President Bawumia at the time when they were in opposition. And when they came to power, most of the important strategic ideas they have implemented are my ideas, which I electronically sent to them when they were in opposition. And I got the evidence. Because email, when you send email, whether it takes 1 million years, it will show the date and the time you sent the email. Yes, most of the strategic ideas implemented by the current president, Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, were my published strategic ideas I electronically sent to them when they were in opposition. And with that, my strategic idea, which I sent to Ghana's Electoral Commission to use election screen in all constituencies in order to showcase election results, I'm grateful President Nana Akufo-Addo would not have been in power, because the then government of Mahama would have rigged the election. But it was my election screen, my ideas of election screen, election video cameras and election cameras, which I electronically sent to Ghana's Electoral Commission with copies to MPP emails, Dr. Bahumia's email, Akufo-Addo's MPP emails to his attention, Ghana Web, Ghana News Agency, graphic. I got all the evidence. Yes. Former President George Akufoado, the idea of national reconciliation, I personally gave to him when he visited Los Angeles in the year 2000, early 2000, before he became president. Ask him if he tells the truth. If he respects God Almighty, then he cannot lie. That was my idea. School feeding, in order to nourish the brains. That was my idea in the year 2002 and 2003, which I published before Kufuor implemented the school feeding in 2005. Yes. Status for the Matad judges. That was my strategic idea, published. Everybody can read, Google Ghana Web plus Kwame Appiah-Boateng's strategic ideas. Or Google Ghana Web plus Kwame Mayor's strategic ideas. The evidence is there. 100%. Everything I say is the truth and nothing but the truth. And before Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia came to power, at the time when they were in opposition, I was the one who sent them the strategic ideas such as free education from kindergarten to university level. That was my idea. I sent to ungrateful President Nana Akufo-Addo NPP email addresses and Bahumia's email address. At the time when they were in opposition. And I even sent the same some of the ideas they have implemented to former President Mahama in 2014. Mahama just replied and said, "Thank you, Kwame," but he didn't implement. Yes. Electric power trains. I call for civilian brigade to put citizens on the farms. Now they call it planting for food. See, all the important strategic ideas implemented by ungrateful President Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, who is also ungrateful, are my published strategic ideas I electronically sent to them. See, so fellow Ghanaians and people around the world, former President John Ajay Kufuor, Ghana's former President John Ajay Kufuor, and Ghana's current President Nana Akufo-Addo and his vice Bawumia have depended on my intellectual nuclear brain power to rule Ghana. So without my intellectual brain power, they don't have the, excuse me to say, they don't have the brains to rule Ghana. And I spent all my life in academia. God Almighty gave me the strategic ideas. And I've spent all my life in academia. That's why I developed the intellectual nuclear brain power, which they don't have. So they depend on me, they depend on my strategic ideas to rule Ghana, yet they have never even said thank you to me. How ungrateful can any human being be like that? Or behave like that? How ungrateful. That's why I've sued the ungrateful former President John Ajay Kufuor and ungrateful President Nana Akufo-Addo. Yes, I've sued them for millions of dollars. Actually, it should have even been billions. And I've also sued White House, the leader of the free world, and I've sued the United Nations. And even China, when I electronically sent my published idea of intercontinental railway or transcontinental railway system across Africa in all cities, and I sent copy to Exim Bank of China. I think it was around 2002. Thereafter, China began the continental railway system in East Africa to link 6 cities. And the Chinese Prime Minister, after I signed copies of my published strategic idea to Exim Bank of China, then the Chinese Prime Minister, Chinese President came out to build a continental railway system to link all cities in Africa. That was my published strategic idea. Everybody can Google it on Ghana Web. Google Ghana Web plus Kwame Appiah Boateng's intercontinental railway system. Yes. So my ideas rule Ghana, of course. So I am the world leader. Anyway, I'm trying my best to help not only Ghana, but continental Africa. United States, Congress has promised to release $2 trillion in the fight against the corona as a corona stimulus plan, economic plan. Well, the African community, high African population in the United States, they also deserved to get part of the funding to help the African communities in the United States to be educated about the danger of the coronavirus and to be tested and to get mask and antiseptic. Yes, I came with this idea, I think last week. I posted it on Facebook with a copyright. Yes, copyright. And also patent right for all my ideas and the call for inventions. And I also came with the idea that Dr. Salk methodology, the vaccine he used to stop the spread of polio, we can also use the same methodology to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And I'm seeking funding for that. Yeah, you may contact Kwame Appiah-Boateng, the PhD scholar, student in international politics and political science, former Ghanaian American Los Angeles mayoral candidate, and the Black Ted Cruz, former Republican presidential candidate turned Democrat. To contact, call United States number, area code 562. The number is 489-4010. That's USA. The telephone number, area code 562. The number is 489-4010. That's the telephone and also WhatsApp in the United States. And the email address is kwamemeyer@yahoo.com. That's the private email address, kwamemeyer@yahoo.com. Capital KWAM like mango, E like Emmanuel, Kwame. Yeah, capital KWAME. And the mayor, capital MAYOR, mayor. So it's one word. kwamemeyer@yahoo.com. That's the private email. Yeah. And go to GoFundMe. Yeah, and search for the vaccine for the coronavirus. The vaccine to use Dr. Salk's vaccine. It's on GoFundMe. And everybody should donate. Like $1 across the United States and $1 across the world. To attention